Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us again. We are on our ninth episode. Sinigurado ko alamin. And thank you for those who have joined us since the beginning, and thank you for those who are watching now. And there's a lot of for everyone to know, nag-set up na lang rin kami ng people. Nahirapan daw sila to go to Facebook to see the videos kasi kasama ng ibang technical videos. So we created a YouTube channel for Mobile Mondays. So I'll post the YouTube channel here, link later para alam nyo. So that makita nyo lahat ng previous episodes and hindi kayo mahuli sa kwento. Anyway, thank you very much. This show is brought to you by The Music Source. So for gear and solutions, the guys at The Music Source would have something for you. There you can find them at themusicsourceph.com, and you could also find them in Facebook. Okay, so without further much ado, let me bring in our guest, Mr. Jigz Gomez. Hey, Jigz.
Welcome to TMMS, today's Mobile Monday show with your host.
Ay, teka lang, nawala ka, pare. Okay, ito. All right. Wait a minute. All right. Hi, everyone. And do welcome our guest, Mr. Jigz Gomez. Jigz, kamustahin ng mga libo-libo nating watchers?
To our millions and millions fans everywhere. How are you doing? Good evening. Peace.
And I'm sure a lot of you, marami sa inyo na-encounter na rin si Jigz for some na-encounter si Jigz. I hope it was nice.
I hope it was a pleasant one.
And I've invited him here, not simply because Burnscode siya. Hindi, interesting yung kanyang journey. And so I believe marami siya maikwento sa atin, especially coming from his mobile roots. And where he came from and where he went. And right now he's back in Manila for good, I guess. Starting a family. But anyway, Jigz, so what have you been doing ngayong pandemic? What keeps you busy?
Well, since everybody's locked down in their homes, it's the best time to be a daddy. I'm a late daddy, so I don't want to waste my time. I want to see my daughter grow up, hands-on. Alam mo yon, para kasi baby.
Nothing like it.
Baby. And of course, to be a husband and be responsible. Let's not add up to the numbers, and it's really sad, pero sige na, di ba?
Yeah, totoo. Well, I hope everyone's home safe and healthy. Waiting for yung vaccination natin. Until that time, ingat-ingat lang rin
at kahit nabakuna na, mag-ingat pa rin. Remember. Umaangka sa atin yung virus na yan. Hindi natin alam.
Totoo.
Martin Porta.
Martin Porta. Yeah. Robert Viñas, Nola Buel, how are you? Thanks for joining. Charles Santos, good evening. Yeah, Mr. Gilbert Go from Cebu. Thank you for being with us dito.
Wow.
Anyway, alam si Jigz. Yeah, he's a character. Walang masabi, no? Pero and I'm sure a lot of you know him. Again, he nawala rin to ng, I don't know, isang dekada.
More than a decade. It was more than a decade, yeah.
And he came back silently, or at least I think.
To
and
start
now,
a family, of course. Yeah.
Tinatak na lang natin yan palabas para to join us here in Mobile Mondays.
Lumabas ka na lungga.
Lumabas ka na. Diba? Na-miss ka na rin na lahat. Anyway, Jigz, kamusta? Yung nung nag-umpisa ka, you came, San Pablo based ka? Like
San Pablo City, yes.
High school pa, ganyan? Or?
High school.
Okay.
No, actually, we were here in Manila already. And then, napa-uwi ng San Pablo. And then, I was introduced to this mixtape.
Okay.
Binigyan ako ng mixtape ng isang friend kasi taga-Pasig sila, and actually they're from Nueva Ecija, pero I forgot what the name of their mobile is. Mga mobilista na rin yan. Siguro this would have been back in 1983. And I was so awed how the music were put together. So, sinubukan ko rin.
Ano ba yan? Same cassette yan na ginagamit nyo sa parties nyo pag ano?
Eventually, yeah. Para ba? Teka, hindi ko alam pa paano patugtugin ko na nga lang.
Diba? We used to want to get yung mga cassettes na galing dun sa mga older mobiles, and then either yun yung basehan natin kung ano yung mga magandang tugtugan, at saka yun na rin yung gagamitin.
Saka Manila.
Sa mga ano. Diba? Pero yung bali yung mobile mo, images, nung inumpisahan mo, this was with childhood friends in the neighborhood, ganyan.
Yeah. Childhood friends. Not really in the neighborhood. Malit lang naman sa San Pablo, pero kasi it's the sort of thing na may, di ba, family circle, may mga family friends, kakilala ng ganito, kakilala naman. Pero yung isa doon, si mga circle of friends ng pamilya, si Ivan Iseo, and then the other guy, was a classmate of mine, actually since nursery. We just met again nung high school or getting into college. Si Reginald Sahagun. Kami original na Images Mobile sa San Pablo. So,
pero ayun. Like premier kayo doon? Or I mean,
hindi kami ang pinakauna. There was another guy na actually anong tawag doon? Kinakapatid ko.
Alright.
So yung daddy niya, ninong ko. So hinihiraman ko muna ng mixer. So ganun. Until nabuo yung mobile from hiram-hiram. Actually nung simula, ako lang din nagpupumilit. Alam mo yun? Pero the mix was there already. I was starting to get the groove on. Alam mo yung natuto magbilang ng 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pero talagang ginamarkahan ko yung isa-isa.
Were you self-taught or medyo
self-taught, but inspired. More inspired by that cassette.
Pero ang galing nga, 'di ba, parang how a lot of us just the same, 'di ba? Merong self-taught, meron namang na nagturo.
Tinuruan,
'di ba? Yung ability nga to naturuan yung sarili mo para mag-spin talagang kung isipin mo, 'di ba? Parang ano yung upbeat, downbeat, at saka yung 8s and 16s. Pero buti na lang talaga, nagigets natin. Di ba? Ganun.
Sige.
How long did that last? Yung
sarili ko pumilit.
Sabagay.
Actually, okay. I believe it was started around, kasi I did our yung class farewell party nung fourth year ako, and that would be, I will not mention the year. So hindi pa buo yung mobile. Okay, pero kumbaga nanghihiram na ako ng gamit dito, gamit doon. And then ayun nga, finally me and Ivan got together, and nagsisimula na kami.
And you were like, you went to high school dun sa San Pablo, ganyan, dun sa hometown, o dito sa Manila?
First year ko dito sa Claret, and then second year sa De La Salle pa. But we lived in San Pablo, pero yung time kasi walang traffic, so
di ba? I'm sure napaka-convenient, although parang napakalayo rin nun with gawa na rin yung highway.
Wala pang traffic nun eh. Wala pang traffic.
Wala pa rin naman talaga. And then when eventually you paano like eventually college, 'di ba, yung
college, ayan na. So tuloy-tuloy ang parties noon, dahan-dahan na nag-develop ang Images Mobile until nag-college, bumalik ako dito sa Manila. I started out with engineering, electrical and ECE, electrical, and what is the C for that?
Communications.
Electrical and communications engineering. Pati yun nakalimutan ko. So, and nakilala ko rin, diyan ko nakilala si MQ Benipayo, your brother.
Oh yeah, my brother.
Si Norman Gonzalez.
Oh,
ginuhit ang tadhana na magkita-kita kami lahat doon. Certain Carmelo something from ano. And then this guy from Whistle from Pasig. So,
Yung whistle na mobile? Okay.
that guy. So, siguro
Alright.
may 4 o 5 kaming mobilista sa isang classroom. So, and hindi nga namin maalala kung how we all got together, pero we just found ourselves.
That would be interesting. What made you gravitate to each other para, di ba, maging...
Probably somebody started the music. Uy, 12-inch yun ah. Parang gano'n eh. Somebody played the cassette. Ang ganda na mix yan ah.
Kaya mo ma-identify no? Parang mix no?
That's mobile talk. Di ba?
Di ba?
Somebody speaks mobile.
Totoo lang, naghahanap nga tayo ng mga kausap talaga na like-minded. Ganun, no? Alright. So, how did that work out sa engineering kayo? Magkakasama.
I found out that I was not really that good in math. Ang aking mathematics is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is as far as it went.
Mr. Norman.
I'm just kidding.
Mr. Norman Gonzalez joins us. Hey, Norman, you're part of the story.
Namin. I think you're gonna be the...
At saka siya yung sikat nun.
Guest. Hindi, kasi guest na sila nun eh.
Sila nun? Totoo lang. Diba? Yeah, Norman Gonzalez of Guest Audio. Yeah. Galing yan.
Shout out muna tayo.
Shout out. Sige, ikaw nga, Jigz. Could you do the...
Martin Porta! Really good friend of the industry. I mean, his support.
Definitely.
Wala akong masasabi. Para bang yung panaginip ko being a DJ, that guy. Okay? Yes. Chris Merto, Norman G, of course. Norman Gonzalez, classmate. Dennis Taza Perez, he's actually a regular of ours in at Limits. Tambay na Limits. Yung mga kasama ko nung mga tumador.
Dating tayo dyan, Limits. Kwento mo.
Mga natin pag-usapan yun.
Yung pala, lagi kayong cutting classes daw, sabi ni Norman.
Actually,
sabagay, who didn't? Mga mobilista, ito ng class kasi may setup pa.
Or dumadating puyat.
Dumadating puyat dahil puyat from the previous night.
Ayan.
Okay. Anyway, so yung doon kayo sa, when you were in Manila, kamusta naman? So how was the scene? Siyempre, I always kid you eh. Well, actually, most of the guys in Burnscode kid you kasi ikaw probinsyano eh.
Yun nga eh, di ba? From the province to biglang Manila. But before that, actually, I forgot to mention, no? I was actually a part of the WEA Mobile Disco Record Pool.
What? Wow. Ano yun?
Remember the mobile disco label under WEA?
Yeah. Kulay blue yung jacket.
Yeah, yes. I was part of a crew. Actually, si Mike Borbe, that's how I met Mike Borbe.
Hey, how are you? Okay.
I met that guy a long time ago because of WEA. Kasama kami. And yung anong song to, Di Bali na lang? Was it Di Bali na lang single ni Gary Valenciano? It was launched at yung skating rink sa Alimol.
Skate Town
with Gary Valenciano and Vince St. Price. Ang DJ son, ako at saka si Mike Borbe. I actually have a photo of that I forgot to send you.
Okay.
Diba?
Wow, okay.
No. A taste of show business. Pero it was the kasi I was hungry for music. So any contacts I made, tambay raon din ako eh. Diba? So half the time I was in school, the other time I would be in Raon searching for the rest. So searching for gold. And I eventually met with people who knew people. Vic, the A&R of WEA, I met him. That's how I got into the record pool. Sila, anong pangalan nun? Well, I forgot the name.
Ano yung trabaho niyo sa record pool? Ano yung trabaho niyo sa record pool? Kayo yung nagsasuggest ng mga tracks na yun?
Okay. Kami lang yung binibigyan nila ng plaka. Push nyo to. So we have our records from there. And aside from that, we also have records from Dyna EMI kasi sister company ng WEA during that time. May nakilala rin ako sa mga early Ilacad, Octo Arts nga ba yun? Basta So yung kumpleto rin ako sa ano na yung 'di ba yung mga 12-inch nung time na yon. Although the Presley is not impressive, pero it's still music, you know.
Kala ko isa ka dun sa mga yung nagde-decide kung uy, ito okay record na to, is ipa-press sa local. And I remember, di ba, pag mobile ka nakaka-frustrate pag nagkakaroon ng local kasi suddenly hindi na, di ba? You can't be in that exclusive circle
that was actually, that was we did a little bit of that. Pinarinig sa amin nung A&R. Ano sa palagay niyo to? Yan, parang ganun. Yan, sila Peter Chang. I remember. Those were the names I remember. Ayun. So, ayun, di ba?
Okay.
Pinasok ko rin yung part na
yan. You were involved in, nakikita mo na rin yung, not just the DJ, but behind the scenes na nakikita mo rin yung mga record companies and how they operate. Yeah.
Matthew Carbonell, how are you doing?
Hey, Matt. How are you?
Diba? Manila Corta. Yan.
So, yeah, go continue pare. Yung
Now, okay. So, inuwi ko rin ng San Pablo. And of course, if there's music, medyo pumupunta na rin, siyempre, tumatambay ng Rumors yung time na yun. Zigzag, then Rumors, and then Subway. Maririnig mo yung with all the connections now, you get the titles. So, sometimes, nakakahiram ako ng plaka, mauuwi ko sa San Pablo. Especially pag meron kaming, yung party nun Hindi pa event, parties nun. Diba? Remember Bulwagan Sanayon in San Pablo? Yun, di ba yung sinama ko kayo sa Burnscode? There was a venue na dun palagi.
Yung natatandaan ko lang pare yung DJ contest, tapos nandun si DJ Gillette.
Ano yun? sa Binyan? At saka si Bobby Nolasco nandun.
Okay. Alright, anyway, go pare.
So, ayan.
Yung bali yung tuloy pa rin yung mo nung college, tuloy pa rin yung Images.
Tuloy pa rin. And then come second year college, medyo nai-involve na ako, dahan-dahan na akong sinama na ako ni MQ sa mga parties ninyo. So I think it was the first one I went to was Miriam. Hindi pa ako tumugtog noon, si Sir Tuti pa.
George Balain, yes. Ano yan? High school dance yun?
High school dance, of course. High school dance. Alam mo naman, naging suki tayo ng high school dance.
Oo, diba?
Diba? Bigla na pag gano'n, parang
no, minsan nga, my daughter, nagmi-Miriam, so isa nagkaroon ng family day. So, nangyari dun sa nila, sa parang, yun, kung sa nag-high school dance, the first thing na ginawa ko, pinuntahan ko yung electrical room dun sa likod. Sabi ko, yes. Ito pa rin
yun. It's still you. Hello there, my old friend.
Ako yung nagkakabit ng AC natin dun sa circuit breaker, kaya parang, yes, ito yung aking.
Diba? Alam mo, malaki na mobile pag nandun ka na sa breaker.
Sa breaker kakabit, diba?
Pero pag nasa convenience outlet ka pa rin, mag-isip-isip sa load.
Parte ka ng caterer.
Baka magalit sa ating mag-caterer yan. Teka lang, shoutout tayo. Alan Francis
Rualo. Marishan. Ay, Alan. Yeah. Ako, mga Benipayo. Ako, batch 88. Yung brother ko, batch 86. Marist. Okay. Alright.
Maris yan.
Alright, so ano ba, pare?
Ito na. So, di ba, from Images, from the province, nandahan na. I was now starting to creep into the Manila scene.
Buti lang, nag-click yung taste mo, no? Sige, okay.
Well, just to show. Hindi kasi sa San Pablo nun, we were ahead. As in, hindi naman ako, no? Parang we were introducing the music. There was a time na, di ba, remember the Italo, what we call the Italo classics now.
Okay, I got it.
Italo disco.
Yeah.
So, di ba, nag-saturate na the provincial market, puro ganon. So I decided, let's change the music. Abruptly, in one party, nagpapatugtog kami ng Don't Cry, mga Ken Laszlo, and then Swiss Boy, tutut, ganon, di ba?
Send shivers down my spine. Okay, ano, sige, go.
Knock.
Who's there?
25 chicharon, 25 tira-tira, Jizz na pulburon.
Haba naman nun. Sige, okay, go.
Total, nasa Italo Classics na tayo.
Okay.
Singkong chicharon, 25 tira-tira, Jizz na pulburon. Okay, so tapos na.
Okay. Tapos, ano yan? Anong song yan?
Sing My Dream Around.
Sing My Dream Around. All right.
May commission yata.
May commission.
Courtesy of Norman G.
Hey, Norman.
Italo Classics, man. Ano siya? Okay. So, I decided, my gosh, alam mo yung, it got to the point na parang ayoko na makinig ng Italo. Palta natin. Binalik ko sa US pop music at saka hindi pa uso yung Miami bass. Yung tug when I hear music, ta-na-na-na. Tsaka yung American Soviets. Kahit nga si Norman, kahit nga yung mga kaklasiko sa ano yan? Hindi ko alam yan na. Kasi I have this friend who came from the States and brought a lot of records. Pinahiram sa akin yung plaka. Ginamit ko. So, I had new music with me. Fresh. From the United States of Albania. Fresh to my ears, to be fresh to their ears. So, pinatugtog ko talaga and it clicked. So, talagang nagtataka na yung mga tao sa San Pablo, teka lang, yung mga ibang mobile doon, biglang, ha? Ano nangyari doon? Paano na ginawa yun? So, well, ayun nga, like I said, I was hungry for music. So, anybody, na may maamoy ko lang na, uy, may plakang dumating doon, pupuntahan ko na agad yan.
Ano ba, American Soviets at saka Russian radio, yun yung parang magkatono, di ba? Magkasabay.
Actually, I was playing that in San Pablo already about a year before it became popular here in Manila. Advanced, yun nga, masasabi ko na, wow, advanced pala ako. Remember the Cover Girls?
Which one?
Spring Love?
Spring Love, yeah. Okay.
Kasabayan nung mga Debbie Deb ng American Soviets. So, medyo na-realize ko, we can do this. Actually, if you have the network and then you have that hunger for music, you will look for music para maging upfront ka. Of course, as a DJ, you want to be upfront. I don't want to say educate the people. You want that music to be heard from you first.
I guess, yeah. I mean, totoo lang. Every other mobile yun ang gusto. Di ba? Yung mauna. Di ba?
Unahan natin yan. Di ba? Ganun yun eh. Especially back in the 80s, people are hungry for music because there's already the popular dance music, and you want to put something in that's different. Fresh. You want to hear something fresh para sa ano. Kaya nga, di ba, there's a saying, you're a good DJ when you play music to the crowd who don't know that they already want that music. You get what I mean?
Yeah. It's a good.
Hindi pa nila alam, gusto na nila yan.
Gusto na. Tatanong pa nga, saan ang galing to? Di ba? Mga ganun, di ba?
Hey, DJ, meron ka nung, every time I see you fall, bisa love triangle. So, yun.
Yun yung karera dati eh. Di ba? Yung karera dati was really bringing out the tracks.
The music,
mauna
yeah.
Ka, diba?
That was... If you have, remember sa Burnscode nun, I mean, who would play Awesome 3? We were playing that track before it even came out on radio.
Yeah.
You have to have that. You have to have that hunger. You have to have that enthusiasm. Yeah.
Lalo na kung papatugtugin mo to a crowd, di ba? I mean, you run the risk of mawala yung crowd eh. Di ba? Parang,
make it or break it. You make it or break it. Di ba? Yan ang, I think kasi attitude ko na yun. Make it, mawala yung tao, wala akong pakialam.
Bawiin mo na lang, di ba?
Bawiin mo na. That's the advantage also of being able to use the microphone because you can actually introduce the song, give a little bit of background, especially, mas impressive dyan, DJ ka, so alam yung timing kung kailan papasok. Diba? Kung kailan puputok yung intro, kailan kakanta. Pag na-timingan mo na maganda yan, impressive ka, di ba? Di ba? Wow, paano ginawa yun? Di ba?
And
So,
then, and
yun yung mga
nandun pa tayo sa time na tatlo turntable. Hindi, dalawa pa lang naman talaga yung dati, no? Yung,
pero nagtatlo tayo.
nagtatatlo na tayo nun.
Nagtatlo tayo. O, segue na natin sa Burnscode.
Hindi, well, ganun na rin.
Nasa Manila na tayo.
Sa Manila na, di ba? Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yan.
Ay, pero nung, when you joined, kinda, di ba, yung mas naging frequent na, yung ano mo, mas, gano'ng kadalas ka mag-practice nun? Kasi minsan kinukuha mo yung gamit sa bahay. Sabi ko, gano'n na, di ba? Okay.
Like I told you, I was hungry. So, minsan, magpapaalam na lang ako. Practice muna ako, tutugtog muna ako. So, talagang, you need to, I would say, alam ko, medyo cliche na to. Para bang, for a photographer, the machine is not it. It has to be a part of you. Parang ganun eh. The record has to be a part of you. Aside from the equipment. Of course, you have to master the equipment. Pero the record, the music has to be a part of you. And it has to be you. Kasi mahirap mag-present ng tugtog. Kasi at the same time, presenter na rin tayo eh. Presenter na rin kami as a DJ. So, kung wala kang enthusiasm, you want the crowd to be enthusiastic with the music you're playing. Pero kung ikaw mismo hindi mo naiintindihan yung tinutugtog mo, it will show. It will show. It will show. Remember, you have...
Tumutugtog ka lang for the sake of playing, pero hindi, iba yung...
Iba yung gusto mo at sinishare mo yung enthusiasm sa crowd. That will drive... That's the energy. That's the energy.
Teka lang, mangusta muna tayo. Hey, Mr. Matthew Carbonell, how are you? Thanks for joining. Alan Francis Rualo. Nakamusta ko. Aniken Nunez, Patrick Marte, how are you?
Si Alan.
Alan Barasigan. Astig tong si Alan no high school yun. Hey, Mr. John Tupas, how are you? Okay. And yeah, thank you for joining. Do put any comments kung may natatandaan kayo na lasing nung si Jigz dati. Lagyan nyo lang dito. tayo lang.
Kung saan ako pinulot.
Ako natatanda ko nung si Norman yan, di ba? Doon pa kami sa Tobias dadalaw si Norman. And some time ago si Norman tinawagan ko because I remembered something na hindi ko maano kasi he did this thing na tatlo yung records na magkakasunod. I knew it was two of those were Swing Out Sister and the third one basta alam ko it's a song and then Swing Out
Do the Hustle?
Whatever. Hindi, dalawang Swing Out SOS yung magkasunod na yan. So, hindi ko mapakali hanggat sa, I think, 2 beses ko siya tinanong eh. I think eventually, if I'm not mistaken, nabanggit nga niya Alexander O'Neill yun eh. Para makontento lang ako in my mind na parang yun yung natatandaan ko kay Norman. Tumugtog siya sa atin sa isang Saints Marikina High School dance. Ginawa niya yon. Sabi ko, all right. Doon ko lang narinig yung ganun. Norman. So, so while doing the, alam mo, one thing that I really hold as one of your strengths over a lot of the guys during that time was yung talent mo na mag-voice over. Kumbaga parang nung panahon parang shit kapal ang mukha nito pero hindi yun na nga yun eh, it was the confidence, di ba, na when you were doing voiceovers kasi usually mga mobile dati, di ba, magvo-voice over lang tayo pag pinapa-page yung nakaparadang kotse, yung plate number o yung pinapahanap ng nanay doon sa
we would like to call the attention of the owner of this red car with the plate number PPE 143.
O kaya pag malapit na 12:00 yung may naghihintay na dun sa gate, yung mga nanunundo. Diba? I mean, that was pretty much
people, Alan Marasigan, how are you doing? Your parents are waiting outside.
Natatandaan ko yun. Tapos, but, well, you kind of brought in a different take on things when you did your voiceovers. Kasi naging parte na ng buong gabi yun eh. By the way, shout out to Mr. George Balain. No? George Balain, first, siya ang naging parang isa sa regular DJs before yung brother ko na hindi naman talaga yata masyado niya nagmi-mix Si MK nagmi-mix pero hindi talaga
Mm.
niya pinursue yun.
Ah,
So, si George ang sumalo talaga ng reins nun, ng playing music. Okay. Oh, Mr. Kokoy Puyat, kamusta ka dyan? O, singit daw yung Party Tech. Oh, sumingit yung
Oo.
Party Tech isang beses. And then, next year, balik sa amin.
Ano rin ako, Michael Manlapas.
Oh, Michael
How are you
Lapas, how
doing?
are you?
Mm.
Okay, Jigz. So, I
Mm.
mean, voiceovers, was it, uh, I mean, para bang it was something nung pumasok ka ba, nagpa-voiceover ka na ba? O parang it was just something that you felt you
Sa
had to take on para maiba ka nung ano na yun, nung time na yun?
Like I said, okay, aminin ko na, I was inspired by John Robinson.
Mhm.
When I first went to Zigzag, I was like, wow. I mean, that guy. So, marunong din naman ako mag-English. Hindi naman buloktot ang English ko. Sinubukan ko. Nagpapasigaw ko nagpapasigaw din ako ng tao. Everybody say yeah! Yeah! Praktisan ko yung mga pabo dun sa kapitbahay. Everybody say yeah! So yun, sa images pa lang
Okay.
voice over MC na ako.
Uh-huh.
So nadala ko yun sa Burnscode, and of course it was really a very well, I guess that's my package. That was me.
Mhm. I could, yeah. Ang ano lang it's one of those things na talagang wala. Kasi ngayon, not to put the guys now naman, no? Pero 'di ba ngayon there's a hype man and there's a DJ. They do their jobs very well.
Mm.
Pero like before that, I guess there was no reason to hype. Iba rin kasi music nun eh. So,
Iba na eh.
parang hindi
Iba
bagay
na talaga iba
Oo.
na kasi yung generation eh.
So
Pero
that,
still, if you can voice over, why not?
why not, 'di
And
ba?
properly, 'di ba?
Hindi lang pang paging, 'di ba?
Oo, 'di ba? Hindi pang
Paging of
mura
the
o
owner of the car, 'di ba?
Oo, kaya
How was it?
the best.
Especially nung
Sige.
pagdating mo na Manila, then of course the parties got bigger, 'di ba? How was it like playing music, let's say to 100 or 200 people, and then suddenly to a larger crowd? Was it like a certain mindset na ano mo na parang nanginginig pa ba yung kamay mo nun?
Of course. Of
Okay.
course. Hindi nawawala yan.
Yeah. Nandun pa rin talaga.
Especially when you enter the hall, and then makikita mo. Of course, there's this nervous energy, and you need that nervous energy. That really brings the creative juices out. Ngayon, pag medyo maging conceited ka, you're gonna find yourself in a very sticky spot somewhere during the night. Na-experience ko na yan, even during Burnscode. Pero I like it really when I start the night nervous. Remember this sa UPLB sa Baker's Hall.
Yeah.
That party really got steamy.
Okay.
Pero I started well, it was really a humid night. Pero
do you
it's one
play
of those nights na gusto ko yung energy nun eh.
Energy, di ba? Hindi, mga tao na hindi uwi hanggang lumabas yung araw eh.
Oo. Saka nagwawala yung mga yun dun eh.
Are you the type that plays with a playlist in mind, or like medyo alam mo lang yung tracks and you just go along continuously reading the crowd?
It's a mental playlist that you build up kasi old school DJs do it this way. You will know what to play for the next half hour to an hour. Ayun na yun. Kasi nga, yung time na yun, minamaster talaga natin yung plaka. Kilala mo na yung plaka. So you can always bend it anytime.
Parang napaka-importante dati yung gapang eh. Di ba yung gapang, bihira yung pitik, gagawin mo yun.
Pag pitik yan, para bang,
kababayo, pitik.
hindi parang sa akin maganda kasi yung gapang kasi especially during the 80s ginagapang mo pa lang yung intro ng kanta sumisigaw na
sa bagay yung tao naririnig na nila eh, di ba, sumasabay na yun.
Yes, o di ba, Call Me Baduy, pero pag narinig na nila yung Rick Ashley, alam na nila, ina-anticipate na ng crowd, biglang ta na na yan na.
So yun yung equivalent ng drop ngayon. yung gapang biglang pagpitik na pasok, chig, yun yung drop. I
Pag
guess
hindi
kasi
binababad mo ng 64 talagang isang linggong babaran. Para talagang, I mean, if you really want to, especially yung crowd ng 80s, really know how to listen to a mix. So, kahit nga this ordinary Joe will know kabayo.
bagay.
'Di ba? So, ayun nga, it's a craft na you want to hone and of course, kargahan. Pag alam mo may ibang DJ from ibang mobile,
Ah,
bigyan
sa
natin ng isang linggo 'yan.
well, sabi nga naman ni Alan, si Jigz mahilig sa gapang 'yan.
Oo. Alan, pag hindi ka tumigil, magiging apple of the eye ka. Oh boy, how are you doing? Oh, tama si Burden, I remember sa clubs yan.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, ako naman,
Okay.
of course, this is not Burnscode, pero yeah, there was a great days.
Okay, moving on.
Time.
Yeah,
moving on. Kasi we are
Yes,
here,
yes.
ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about Jigz's journey towards yung kanyang pagde-DJ and towards yung kanyang mga DJ stints here and abroad, actually. One of the few guys from the DJ, from the mobile circles na, nag-move forward to, tuloy lang yung craft nila para, and brought them to places, diba? Jigz, ano pa you were saying?
Okay. Kung mobile DJ ka, sanay ka sa bahay. Kung mobile DJ ka, sanay ka sa fair. Kung mobile DJ ka na blah blah blah. Kami na-experience talaga namin yung tumugtog na 5,000, 10,000. Alam mo yung time na yun talaga, di ba? As in talaga.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially, sige, I'm so
okay lang
I will
naman.
mention this.
Buhay pa ba yung kumpanya na yun? Buhay pa naman yata yung kumpanya.
Buhay pa yung gumagawa ng electrical wiring ng auto yun.
Okay.
How about for an ordinary night, you play for a crowd of 5,000 women. Okay?
Tama.
Na pag namatay, kasi namamatay ang kuryente natin. Na pag mamatay yung tugtog, niro-roll yung coke in cans.
Balito.
5,000 yun.
Ano yan? Yung company niyan, Yazaki Torres. Grabe
Yazaki, yes, actually, Yazaki EMI.
Yazaki
EMI sa Cavite. That was a different experience, man.
Grabe.
For a DJ, that was a different experience.
Kasi karamihan ang nagwo-work doon, babae, kasi it was harnessing ng mga
electrical harnessing
wires. Kaya, yeah, 5,000 women. Nag-party hanggang, yung mga Christmas party of the day.
So, Alan, ano masasabi mo tungkol doon? Okay, moving on.
Pare. Okay, so by the way, so when did you get to paano na umpisa naman yung napa-abroad ka? Diba?
Professional. Let's professional. Professional.
Give us a picture of how even na nabigyan ka ng opportunity to move to move forward from the mobile, di ba?
Ateneo High School Dance.
High School Dance. Yeah.
Ateneo High School Dance. Ang laser natin doon was laser theater. Sila Teddy Cambosa.
Okay. Mr. Jesse Gonzalez, how are you?
Cambosa. By the way, Jesse, thank you very much. I owe you a lot, 'di ba? Kasi from that high school dance, everything it opened a door for me.
And this was one of our last Ateneo dances na
No.
The first one. I think.
Yeah, I believe it was the first. It was the first one.
I think we did two high school dances.
So ayun yung time na yung nagwawala yung kuryente, wala yung regulator. So yung plaka nagwawabol. Maganon yung plaka, and I think it was sila Boyet Almasan and Eric Maniquis who were there.
As guest
DJs. And hey, they opened the night for me.
Yeah. Boy at Eric, merong si Jigz.
Tayo, peace tayo. Uy, magkakasama kami yan sa Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Kasama.
I just want to mention to people, to the younger crowds ngayon, you appreciate yung mga lasers nyo na kaya kargahin ng isang tao, tapos air-cooled lang, tapos ilang watts na yon. During that time, yung mga laser,
Batya yung ice, ano yan? Dry ice.
Yung drum lalagyan ng ice. lalagyan ng tubig kasi water-cooled yung, I think it was only 1 watt or 1.5. Si Phil, si Phil Ibanez ng Cebu, yung tao ni Afif, and si Resty Mamhot of Laser Theater. Yeah, sila may alam yung gaano kahirap mag-setup ng laser dati.
Argon laser.
Argon lasers, yeah.
The green argon laser.
Di pa yung mga diodes to. These were like laser
argon
tubes pa talaga.
with a beryllium disc, a beryllium tube.
That was crazy.
Okay. So moving on from from that
from
high school dance. I think it was Resty. Siguro word of mouth. Oy, itong you might want to check him out. Siguro. I don't know what happened, pero ang di ba, one thing led to another, and I found myself talking to Boy at Season.
Oh. Boy at Season, yeah.
Who was then at Boyat. Hello there, if you're watching. Yan, DMC Philippines, who put me at Euphoria, and I was trained there. Mentored also by Boy at Season. Kasi syempre sa mobile kasi ka lang ang programming mo is just to push. Bombahin mo yan kasi kailangan masaya. Iba naman ang crowd environment, iba ang club environment. There are a lot of things that you have to consider. Let's not talk about that now. Okay, so ayun, they trained me at Euphoria, and then eventually gave me a job at Harlequin at the EDSA Plaza Shangri-La.
Yan yung club ng EDSA Plaza. Meron pa kaya sila ngayon?
Wala na yan. I think it was just a year, 6 months.
Ganun lang.
Sandali lang yun.
Okay.
So, and for trivia, kung may poster yon o yung parang flyer ng Harlequin, the Harlequin itself was me.
Ikaw yun?
I donned the Harlequin costume and the makeup, and yeah, I did that thing for free.
Hanapin natin yun. Baka classic.
Pag mahanap yun, hahanga ko sa inyo. That was Jigz. Hi, Agnes.
Hey, Agnes. How are you, DJ Agnes? Kamusta? Okay, so so nasan tayo? Yan, sa Harlequin.
Okay, six months in, I was then assigned to Shanghai. Ito na. My
so natapos na yung contract mo or because Harlequin closed, so they
No. Hindi pa. Actually, si Ricky Bernardo went ahead of me, pero hindi siya sa Shanghai. Sa Vietnam naman siya, sa Saigon. Okay, siya yung unang pinadala ng DMC, and then pagbalik niya, akala ko nga sa Saigon ako pupunta eh. Biglang sinabi, sa Shanghai ka pupunta. Shanghai, okay. Saan yan? Sa China, ha? Pero
yung Shanghai parang, sa bagay. Tanong mo, saan yun?
Saan yun? Hindi ba alam ko saan ang Shanghai? Sa China, mainland China?
Alright. Okay. Oo nga, parang malaking question mark pa eh. Parang the language barrier and everything else.
Kabubukas pa lang ng China nun. Okay, so moving on, ito na. Let's, ayun nga, kasi it was always that 7 p.m. flight from Hong Kong, Kai Tak, to Shanghai Hongqiao Airport. Palagi yan, 7 p.m. flight. Dadating ka na clock. So, madilim na. Dito sa Manila, sanay ka. Pag liwanag ng cityscape mo, doon hindi. Talaga makikita mo. Orange, really. Parang, ano itong lalapagan ko? Alam mo yung kakabahan ka talaga. Para bang, did I make the right decision to come here? And then, pagdating pa doon, ang sumundo sa akin, hindi yung dapat kong host. Yung kaibigan ng DJ. Minalita sa akin yung general manager natin nakakulong, nakipag-away sa pulis. So, okay, am I really in for a misadventure here? So, okay. So, I arrived at night, and then during the day, I rested for a bit, and then they gave me a tour, and then, hey, Shanghai is an impressive city. Kasi nga naman.
Noong time na yun, very cosmopolitan na rin. Marami na ring
it was cosmopolitan, pero still it was still coming from a dark their dark era. So it was still opening up. So ayun, iba pa yung air ng but there's excitement going on, and you can feel it in the air. There's
Mhm.
already JJ, there's already Touch, there are a couple of big clubs that are just
So, ang
waiting.
ganda pala ng timing mo do'n. Talagang alam
Mm,
mo 'yun,
mm,
you'd
maganda
be
it.
part of the ones na establish kung ano yung talagang trend on
That's it.
music.
Exactly. So I had to breach contract and move on to another place kasi I saw that there was no future in that primary club.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So which I really apologize to Jesse, having gone through all that trouble to get me to Shanghai, only to find out na medyo iba nga yung ihip ng hangin doon.
Oh, okay.
So pero ako naman kasi I didn't want to go back agad.
Mhm.
Ayoko pa. Yun yung time na agresibo ako.
So ano, it
Some
was your decision to, I mean,
stay.
you kinda took hold of your, ito na yung future ko, let me see paano gagawin ko dito, gano'n?
Mm. May mga nakilala rin akong ibang DJ doon. Tama-tama, yung isa gusto nang bumalik ng Beijing. So
Oo.
that leaves an open spot. And he introduced me to the management. So
Mhm.
nakuha ko yung trabaho.
Oh, good. Alright. So,
So ayun yung
may rason ka
it
na to
was,
stay.
yes,
May
and it was
pagkain ka na.
exciting. It was exciting to find out that the music I know could not work.
Oh.
You know, you have this set of music you brought with you with all that excitement. Ito na yung mga bago, di ba? Dala mo yung mga bago sa Manila.
Mm.
Pagdating sa Shanghai, parang, ano to? Bakit ganito to? Ba't na narinig ko Pinsi Contini? I wanna dance, would you like to cha-cha? Bakit ganon? Parang iba. Back to the 80s tayo.
Mhm.
Kasi yung time na nag-open ng China, wala sila niyan. So for them, it was fresh.
So like, o nga no, come to think of it, kumbaga tayo, yung 80s natin, growing up, yung music natin, the crowd there
It
did
it
not have that
it
same,
did not have that.
they probably even had
It
not even dance music, ano? So,
ang
I don't know,
ang
parang
clubs lang
baka lang.
nasa loob ng hotel
Oh,
and restricted
Jigs,
to
you,
foreigners. Ah, nawawala ba?
your, ewan ko. Sorry. Ako pala yung natanggal. Ako pala yung naputol. Sorry Okay.
You're the tech
Okay.
guy. You're the
Okay.
tech guy. Although mukha akong call center
Call
ngayon, pero
center,
ikaw
yeah.
yung naputulan.
Okay. Ikaw, sige. Go, pare.
Okay, so
Sa
ayun,
Shanghai.
do you have
So you stayed in Shanghai. So parang ano, since may sabi nga breach. So you stay there, bahala ka na sa buhay mo in a
mm,
sense kasi wala ka
mm,
ng kontrata. Oh, okay.
mm. I'll apologize later.
Okay, sige. Okay.
Ganun na lang
Maybe
para
ganun nga.
bang
Oh, ganun nga. So,
ito
okay.
na meron eh. So, I'll apologize later.
So you
Ganun.
had to
So
you stayed in Shanghai in China for how long?
okay, so 1993 until I think that was the latter part of 1995. Pero
Huh?
nagbabakasyon din ako in between.
Okay. So nakaka-uwi ka rin naman.
I think I stayed in all in all about 18 months kasi nagbakasyon ako ng ilang buwan din dito sa Pilipinas eh.
Mhm, mhm.
So
Oh,
ayun, in one of those vacation, ito para ma-segue lang natin yung isa pang pupuntahan ano. In one of those vacations na I also got involved with Burnscode again.
mhm.
This time yung college dance ng Ateneo.
Mhm.
And then si Tem told me he's
Umuwi ka
gonna come.
nun. So you were like out and okay.
Bumalik nagbakasyon. Di ba
Hindi, parang
I
hindi ko
did
na
a couple
matandaan. Tagal
I
eh.
did a I did a high school dance
Oo.
with the three boys, and then a college dance again with the three boys.
I get it. Okay. Tama yung college dance.
So college dance. So yung sinabihan na ako ni Dr. Tem De Villa na he's cooking up something, and then he's gonna give me a call.
Okay.
So
After that, balik ka. Balik ka
bumalik
din
ako
sa,
ng China. Okay, I
okay.
was in Beijing actually. And impressively, he found me.
Mhm.
Okay, so he told me na tama sige. I was in Guangzhou when he called me up, and he told me, o malapit na ha, standby ka na, bandang October may mangyayari. So, tama-tama, I think from June to October of 1995, I was in Beijing. And then he called me again.
Pero curious ako wala pang mga cellphones talaga masyado pa nun. I mean, meron na cellphones pero hindi pa talaga laganap. So, paano ka nahanap?
Operator.
Operator.
Kasi I always leave a telephone number where they can get in touch with
okay.
me. It's sa Pilipinas. So,
Sorry,
si Tem called the house and then gave
sorry,
him...
naging curious na talaga ako. Pero okay, go on. Sorry. Go on.
Wala pang cellphone noon. Wala pang direct dial. Dumadaan lahat sa operator. Collect? So, direct po o collect? Hindi, i-direct mo na lang. Yan. So, when October of 1995, I came back. Because Tem offered me to head the DJ, the
Open Limits.
Limits Entertainment Hall and Discos at St. Francis Square. Dumating ako, under construction pa yan eh. So, ayan.
Nandun na ba si Alan nun?
Ayan, si Alan. Kasama ko si Alan dyan. So.
Okay. Anyway, sige, go. So, how did the stint in Limits go naman? Kamusta yung, how did that, gano'ng katagal yun sa history mo?
5.5 years.
Okay. And that's including the transfer also?
6 months na lang yata ako sa 6 months na lang yata ako sa Robinson's Galleria kasi nag-move from St. Francis Square to Robinson's Galleria. And then we'll get to that part later. So, Limits. Yan. Meron nga tayong mga regulars dito ng Limits dati na sumama sa ating chat. Yan, Dennis. Yan, sabi niya, ayan na, Limits na.
Was Limits that time the biggest club? Or club na ba tawag? Kasi there was a time na disco lang ang disco, tas club was di ba yung club naging term later na yan eh.
The tag says Limits Entertainment Hall and Disco. So,
okay. So disco pa talaga. Disco, yan. Disco. And
then, di ba, nakita mo naman yung lugar, talagang bare na bare. It was the warehouse.
Nice.
Tapos naka-flashlights pa. And then the PDs.
Yeah.
And our L36s were there.
How was So was it the biggest during that time? Could you say?
I really don't know, pero it was big.
It was big.
It's big.
So how was the
how was house 5,000 plus on a weekend?
How was the preparation for the opening? Ayos ba? Ang daming ganun. It was
hindi na lang magsasalita pero it was fun. It was tacky, it was fun.
Okay.
Wala talaga hindi na nga nakapag grand opening eh. Kasi the soft opening itself, we were like, ano nangyari doon? We were just nagulat din kami. And of course, our staff had may mga hatak na rin yan coming Ciudad Fernandina. Sila Lopi Guzman ng RSL, we were tawag dito, sila Lopi were subcon for our live.
Yeah. Yung yung band part, yung pag live band.
Ayun. So, Limits. Dami nangyari. I found kasi 'di ba yung time ni John Robinson nun sa Rumors, 'di ba? He would go on air on weekends over the Magic 89.9. Yan. And out of nowhere back in the 80s, I'd tell myself, I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna be on radio hosting a night at a club or live on a mobile. I'm gonna do that on a regular basis as well. Enter Limits. Limits in Black. Suddenly sinabi sa akin ni Tem, andito ang mga taga TM. Sabi nila mag-live ka raw every first and third Saturdays of every month. Ako yun tong oh my gosh.
Ayun na yun. So ito na yung weekend live broadcast.
Limits in Black. Live over the Magic 89.9. O, di ba?
Okay.
Yun. And aside from that, enter Martin Porta. Who was,
Martin.
diba? Was at 99.5 RT back then.
Mhm.
And then Saturday Night Live. Every second and fourth Saturdays of every month. Saturday Night Live over your most hit music. Or, mali yata sinabi ko ah. Diba? Parang Maximum Music Authority, 99.5 RT. I found myself on air every Saturday of every month on two major radio stations.
Mhm. But
And it just happened, man.
it's okay. Everything
So,
fell into place.
yeah, it was everything was fell into place, and then may mga nagte-text nga sa akin, papunta na kami diyan. Where greet mo, hindi pa shout out nun eh. Greet mo naman kami on air.
So you were playing, broadcasting live. Tapos,
Live.
pati voiceovers, ikaw rin yung gagawa.
Ako na rin ang gumagawa for TM
Okay.
kasi and RT also kasi si Boo was there. Live na rin.
Okay.
So Saturday Night Live, and then Limits in Black, 8 TM naman, The Magic.
Solid.
Galing nga eh. So I was like, wow. Yan nga, si Dennis Taza Perez. Kami ang tambay ng Limits ng Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Bar boys.
Okay.
Mga bar boys yan.
Miss Joy Degollado, how are you? A good friend of ours. Hi Joy, thank you for hanging around. Okay.
I hope you don't find my career boring.
So
ayan na.
after Limits, so after that stint, kamusta? Like,
lumipat na ng Robinson's Galleria. Tama-tama, nag-people power too.
okay.
Tumutugtog ako, bumababa. Chito, ikaw nung tumugtog, check ko lang sa baba. Bumababa talaga ako dun sa Birhen. Ang dami ng tao. Saraduhan na natin to. Alam mo yun?
Inabutan. Okay, sige.
Ando kami na nangyari yan. So, ayan. So, Kurt Nabos, how are you doing? Yes, high-end system. At saka status queue ang console ng Limits. Turbo sound. Yan, courtesy of Ed C, who tuned that place for, I think, 8 hours. Dumating ako, tinutono niya. Unang tunog, akala ko maganda na. Napatutog ako. Ganda na yan, sabi ni Ed C sa akin. Hindi pa yan. Hintayin mo lang, Jigz. Bumalik ka after. Manood ka muna na sine. Lumabas muna ako. Katabi namin ng SM Mega Mall. Pagbalik ko, talagang, ganun lang. Ganun ako. Binigay sa akin.
Two per side pa lang yun eh.
Dongsi pala. Sorry. Si Dongsi pala. Tama si Dongsi. Thank you, Norman. Si Dongsi pala.
2 per side or 4 per side na flashlight?
Flashlights?
Hindi,
Flashlights. Dalawa. 2 per side. Dalawa lang.
Oo.
Dalawa lang yung mid-high na yun. Tapos, walong turbo sound na sub.
Yan, busog.
Tapos yung remember our L36s?
Yeah, yung PD natin.
21 PDs. Right smack in the middle on a horn.
Sold.
So, sabi sa akin ni Dong, you'll be operating at 40% nightly. Don't dare go up to 50%. Sabi sa akin, bakit? You wanna find out? We'll be back after the short message. Ganon. So, ang galing talaga. Hinawakan ko yung microphone. Kung anong tunog sa mahina, siyang tunog din sa malakas. It was really consistent. At saka kung gusto mong ibuga yung boses mo, lumalabas. Kung gusto mo who's the bad man nga eh. Talagang, wow, who's the bad man? Wow, this is bad. Talagang,
ano yung frontline nyo nun? Of course, it's Mark IIs, but ano yung mixer mo nun?
Numark. We started with the Numark. And then eventually, when the Pioneers came, we switched to Pioneers. CDJs, remember the CDJ, those first CDJ 500s.
Don't
flip top. Well, it did the job. Okay, especially with the master tempo. Binibilisan ko na, pero ang key, ganun pa rin. Diba? Very basic. So, SL1200 will always be the SL1200. Standard yan eh.
I guess so, diba?
Ang tatalo lang dyan, SP15 eh.
Ano pa yung mga then meron yata yung dito eh. So, if anything...
I sent you a photo of
Yeah,
of
yeah.
our decks at limit. Show them, show them.
Yeah, with
Okay,
our friend Mr.
Josh
Joshua.
Evangelista, and pardon our pun.
Uh,
Par- we were
okay.
all clowns. We were clowns. That was
Hi,
the deck.
hi
Okay,
Josh, how are you?
konkreto. Konkreto yan.
Hey, Mr.
Yan
Kurt
ang ganda.
Navas, how are you? Thank you for being
Mm-mm.
here. So, merong ano to? Oras ba to? 1:44
Oh, 1:44 in the morning, yeah.
in the
He
morning.
visited.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So after limits, how was the growth after limits ng
Okay,
malaking
Robinson
exposure na nabigay ng malaking exposure na bigay
ng
ng
limit. Oh yeah,
limits
oh
sa'yo?
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. At ano talaga yan kasi aside from limits, I was also involved in some musical production in at ABS-CBN.
Mhm, mhm.
And then marami ang daming racket. Alam mo yun, those were sort of well, productive years and sort of my aminin ko na nga, my prima donna days. Okay.
Okay.
Siyempre, alam mo, pag ma-expose ka sa ganong klaseng limelight and then yung confidence mo tends to go overboard.
Mhm.
So, ayan, naalala pa nga ni Dennis, I would be featured sa ASAP
The
as
the the show,
lumalabas sa TV.
the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I think I went mga 2 or 3 times. 'Di ba? Bongga, 'di ba?
Okay,
So,
prima donna, alam namin 'yun.
mm.
Pag yung mataray ka, sabihin lang namin, probinsyano kasi.
Buti sana kung mataray lang eh. Usually kasi nahaluan na ng alak kaya iba na yan. Well, anyway, let's not talk about that
Yeah,
anymore.
go.
Dennis,
Sige.
tumahimik ka. Huwag ka na mag-side comment ha. Yung mga tao, mga tropa sa limits, please, let's all grow up. Anyway, moving on.
Robinson.
Moving on. Galleria. Well, I was introduced to a Singaporean company at well, it just happened at Robinson's Galleria, and it was an opportunity, so I grabbed it.
Mhm.
And Singapore, we were in Singapore.
So you traveled to Singapore.
So suddenly we were under the employ of the National Union of Trade, National Union Trade Congress of Singapore.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Whatever that meant. Okay, so
saan ka nag-end up? Bar or club or?
They have a string of clubs. So
alright.
iniikot ko yun. Iniikot ko yun. And that was the beginning of, for me as a DJ, now the musical journey.
Mhm.
This is the time to grow with the music. Kasi 5 years at limits, medyo parang nag-stagnate yata sa tugtog. Although I was putting in some new titles, pero club lang eh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, club
I
DJ.
guess yung crowd mo more or less halos hindi nagpapalit yung club.
And then suddenly Singapore. Bigla na lang nilagay ba naman ako sa salsa night? Ako yung binigyan lang ako set na CD tapos play salsa. Ako yung I don't even know what salsa means. Ang alam ko lang, deep lang yan sa nachos. So, I spent hours, tawag dito, researching, listening, and getting the feel of salsa music. I did it for about 3 nights, and they found out, no, he's not for that music, pero I kept the music. The music. So, pero, ayun nga ito na naman tayo, yung 80s. Kasi sa limits, galit na galit ako sa 80s. Ayoko, kasi upfront na ako Bakit ako babalik doon? Siguro, kaya bang on my head, 80s. So suddenly, hindi ako handa. Ito na naman, hindi na naman ako handa sa tugtog. Pero, at least meron silang library, I started pulling the music in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, given the chance, in one of those clubs, which was named Happy Days, nightly yun, I played 80s. And they kind of liked the way I played 80s. Nagbi-mix.
Mm-hmm.
So, ayun, akala ko kasi, di ba, akala natin dito, let's not talk about that.
Okay.
So, okay, they like the way I played the 80s music. And masasabi ko naman na along with the band, umano rin naman, tumaas yung popularity nung bar, and most importantly yung sales. Like I told you, iba ang environment ng mobile because you don't have to worry about any sales. Getting into club, you have to mind that. Di ba? Kung walang iinom, wala kang sweldo.
Yeah, totoo lang. So how was the how did that gig go? I mean, gaano katagal yon yung gig mo doon?
It was building up. And then one night I watched the Twin Towers of New York, the World Trade Twin Towers fall.
Oh, okay.
And then the next morning my boss told me we're gonna have a problem, I think, with our employment pass because of the security matters.
Kumbaga napaparaning na sila sa mga bagong
so medyo yung mga nag-a-apply pa lang, medyo inano nila, pero yung nakapasok na okay na. So I had to do a little bit of visa runs, pero it just didn't pan out, so it's okay. Moving on, segue tayo sa next bar, sa Aruba.
Sa Balik Manila. Tama,
Balik Manila.
Balik Manila, Aruba. Wow. You were with Aruba from the very start, di ba? Yeah,
from Libis until it when it moved to Metro Walk, 2004. That's when I left for Shanghai. Ganun din. Nag-live din kami sa RT sa Aruba. Courtesy of Martin Porta.
Ikaw nagbukas ng Aruba?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Hindi naman ako nagbukas. Well, I was a part of the
Yeah. I mean, music-wise, di ba? Yung parang
music-wise, yeah.
All right. So after Aruba, I mean, Aruba was also one really good club bar. You had
it's a bar.
Nagkaroon ng panahon
yun. We call it the philosophy. We had a different philosophy approach with Aruba. Kasi I'm not gonna share it. Ito kasi, this is what we follow. Where everybody knows your name.
Yun yung slogan niya na.
We made it a point na lahat na papasok dyan, lahat na magiging regular dito, kilala mo. And you have to care for them. Yeah. And then what you see, what you hear, when you leave it here.
So walang chismisan.
Walang chismisan. Sa loob lang. Mag-chismisan kayo kung gusto nyo, pero paglabas ninyo, wag yung pag-uusapan yan sa wag yung pag-uusapan sa labas yan.
Okay.
Ganon.
Right, that was Aruba.
Ayun talaga, umuwi ako na alas 9 ng umaga. Talagang wow. Bob Villanueva, how are you doing? Taga San Pablo yan.
Oh, all right. Hi, Bob.
He's now in the States.
Jensen, Jen, how are you?
Jensen, yan. Croony,
Nakita kayo sa Shanghai.
Nakita kami sa Shanghai. And mind you, at church. He found me at church.
Wow. Mr. Raymond Guzman, kamusta?
Diba? Ramsey.
Yes. So after Aruba, you said
Shanghai.
Lumipad ka na naman. Shanghai. All right.
I was invited by an old friend of mine. Dati kong partner sa Shanghai, si Lito Galvez. He invited me over. Subukan mo na ulit ang Shanghai. Marami na nangyayari dito. So, lipad ulit ako. Siyempre, tumatanda na. Pero this time, I played safe. Nagdala ako ng mga tugtog. Para sigurado. Okay, so... And I found myself, ganun na naman. Yung dala kong tugtog, does not mean anything. Kasi iba talaga ang taste dun eh. Iba yung development eh. So, I mean, Manila has its own taste with music. But before that, before anything else, Mario, I need to do something. My battery's running low.
Okay.
Okay, so muna. I'm so sorry about this. I'm so sorry about this, ha? I'm so sorry about this. Okay. Dali lang.
Hi guys, how are you? Si Jigz magta-time out muna dahil kailangan yung charger nung laptop probably. But anyway, well, thank you for hanging around habang hinintay natin si Jigz. Ang bilis mo. We need na si Jigz. Yeah, tell us where you are, and if you do remember some encounters with Jigz, kung saan-saan na rin to kasi. Dati nung nag-mobile kami si Jigz, meron tong Gemini eh. Walang kamatayang Gemini. Gemini yung kotse na yun. Diba? So, ayos yun. Kung saan sa kami dinala nun.
Diba? Bago ang Gemini, remember the Dodge Dart 69?
Hindi kaya ito inabutan yun.
Ilang beses tayo pinilit nun eh.
Hindi, inabutan ko yung yung...
yung Gemini na pala. Okay.
Gemini at saka yung Lancer na, yung busina. Lancer. Pag lumulubak, bubusina. Okay. Charge na. Okay na, nakakabit na.
Okay na. Alright. Alam mo kanina naka-plug na yan eh. Okay. Inano ko. Joel Sanchez. Good friend of mine.
Hey Joel, how are you?
Nag-China din yan. Nag-China rin yan. Qingdao. So, but he had to come home for family reasons.
Alright.
Ayun. So, going back.
After Aruba, Shanghai.
Ito na yung tumagal talaga ako. Ito na yung long stint ko sa Shanghai. That I realized, mas mahaba pala naging career ko the second time around kaysa dito sa Pilipinas.
And you were single?
All in all. And you were single? Well, I mean, eventually got...
Kumbaga the reason why andali for you to decide
of course
moving forward to things kasi you were single.
I was single. At saka maligalig. Anyway, so yeah, 2004, effectively 2005. Kasi I left, believe it or not, galit na galit sa akin yung, anyway, December 19. And then December 26, Bali happened.
Bali naman, yung explosion
Bali
sa
naman.
Bali.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hindi. Tsunami ba?
Hindi ko alam. Ikaw ang nagkikwento eh.
Anyway, basta Bali.
Something
tsunami.
happened. Alright.
Yeah, something happened. Anyway, that didn't affect my so I actually pumalpak din yung pinuntahan ko na trabaho. So I had to go to the province first in Suzhou. Pansamantala muna. So 1 month sa Babyface. Alam mo ito nakakatawa sa China. May isang sikat sa bar sa Guangzhou na bar called Babyface. Na pumunta ka sa kabilang kanto, may club din na Babyface. Pumunta ka sa kabilang district, may club din na Babyface. At hindi isa may-ari nun.
But...
Nagkopyahan sila.
Nagkopyahan. Nung pa lang, nagkopyahan na.
Kasi sikat nga.
Okay.
And then the Babyface guy got so sick and tired of it, he went to Shanghai. At least doon, may pumuprotekta sa kanilang pangalan.
Na Babyface.
Okay. Babyface. Tinugtugan ko rin yan. Okay. So, medyo na ako sa probinsya. Hindi ko nalungkot ako. I had to go back to Shanghai. I went back to Shanghai. Waited a bit and then ended up with a bar owned by an Australian. So at least giddy up naman siya. So any music gusto niya 80s. Ready na ako. 80s na akong dala. Iba rin pala ang 80s sa Australia.
Australia.
So hindi naman umubara yung tugtog ko. Magpatugtog ka ng Swing Out Sister. What is that? This Swing Out Sister, you don't know Swing Out Sister? Who's that? Alam mo yan eh.
Iba rin yung exposure nila sa music. I mean, you'd think na pag-uusapan ba natin to? Nakakatawa to eh. Transform ka daw. Sabi ni Lope Guzman eh. Baka tayo na lang yan, Lopes ha? Kasi may feeling ako hindi for public consumption to. Okay.
So, para sa atin na lang yun. Pero yeah, sige, i-ano natin ng konti. I found the Lord
in Shanghai. So,
Shanghai.
This was your last this was your stint na sa Shanghai, your longest stint, and then among other things, you discovered the Lord.
That's
Okay.
probably that's the reason why it lasted so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
2006, I was born again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, ayun nga, kasi before that, I was on a kind of wayward path.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the Lord, He was gracious, He was compassionate, He's merciful. So, yun, He reached out His hand. He was compassionate enough. So, I accepted Him, and then everything just went straight for me.
So
My
you found a community where saan ka talagang naging at
yeah.
home. Ano,
Mm.
are these among Filipinos also there? Ganun?
Filipinos also,
So,
and
yeah, mas madali.
I even joined the ministry.
Ayos ah.
I was a sound man.
Okay.
I was a sound guy. So
Well,
kasi 'di ba sa Burnscode marunong na tayo eh.
uh,
'Di ba somehow may konting papihit-pihit, na phantom power ng konti, 'yon. Nag-ground yung mga artista sa Baguio. So
how did that, I mean, like by joining a community, di ba? I mean, syempre, para bang, di ba, itong nightlife and all that. I mean, so you were able to maintain, balance your life,
actually
given.
I actually found the balance in life.
Okay,
He
okay.
gave me peace. Yun lang. The Lord gave me peace, and mas luminaw yung path ko. So ayun.
So,
Mas tumino ako.
gano'ng kahaba yung time mo sa Shanghai, and when did you find the Lord? I mean,
2006.
Ilang years in?
2006 until 2006, and then I went home 2017. So yeah,
Oh, wow, that's
11
yeah.
years. Yeah.
Matagal yan.
And still running. So
Oo.
ayun nga, kaya natatawa ako kay Lopi, a holy man. Kasi nga naman may sa expo. Huwag na natin pag-usapan 'yan.
Basta may encounter kayo ni Lopi.
Pero nakikita na kami ni Lopi niyan sa Park 97, in one of those DJ nights. I think he was with Ed and with Ed Bicero.
Edward Becerro. Yeah, okay.
Edward Bicero.
Yes.
Ayan. One of my brethren in Shanghai is watching us.
Oh.
Brother Patrick Pansil. Oh, you see? Di ba? May mga tayo dyan. From outside the community, tinan mo, bigla may di ba?
Good. So yeah, I mean, so what finally, after 11 years, what finally, kasi nga, umuwi ka, which is, of course, masaya naman. Like, lalo na ako, alam ko, isa ko sa mga unang dinalaw mo nung umuwi ka. Pero, what made you go home after so long?
We were in a family. I got married 2012. Found my wife, met my wife at church, and we're both in the ministry. Got married 2012, and then 2017 we were on a family way. And we decided, okay, sa Pilipinas na natin ipanganak sa si ating anak. So, ayun. And then given we were still open na makabalik kami ng Shanghai. But of course, we all know how things turned out. It's not only us; it's worldwide. So, Edward Bicero, how are you doing? Yeah, he remembers. I think that was the night with Nick Panchuli. Yeah, si Nick Panchuli is actually one of the digital DJs.
Okay.
Tumugtog siya, naka-laptop lang. As in, talagang wow. Ayan, I think he was using that time yung early versions ng Ableton. Ayan.
All right, pare. Yan, Qingdao nga.
So, Qingdao. It's pronounced as Qingdao.
Qingdao. Ito yung diba? Yung mukhang German yung mukhang German. Yeah,
kasi
I went there and I said, ba't mukhang German yung iba yung architecture, iba yung And,
brewery. That's the brewery of China. Kasi andyan yung yung sweetest fresh water supply.
Tama. Yan yung beside the sea, di ba? I mean, Qingdao is beside the sea. Oh, so anyway, sorry. So you went home. And then, you decided to just go home and start the family here. Was it a tough decision? Given yung career mo was, I mean, I believe going okay naman, pero parang
Yeah, it
to go
was
back to Manila.
ano, there were factors from the Chinese end, from the China end. So na kumbaga humihigpit na rin sila.
Mhm.
And in on the long term, baka mahirapan kaming i-sustain yung aming stay sa China. So we decided, okay, umuwi na muna tayo. Let's lie low, umuwi na muna
Parang
tayo.
uwi na lang kayo when it's your decision, then parang mapuwersa pa kayo, I mean, by some
Mm.
na hindi kayo handa, na hindi
Mm.
planado.
So,
Oh,
mas
okay.
mas mabuti na kung okay, let's say hindi well anyway, yun nga mas mabuting wag mahuling hindi ka handa sa China sa ibang bansa. Kasi mas ano yun, mas
Yeah.
that will put you in a really tight spot. Yun.
Well, nice. Well, thank you. Yeah, thank you for. Well, we're happy that you found the Lord, and especially nangyari pa yun there.
Mm.
Ano mo yung community mo. Yeah, being alone in a foreign country, lalo na
Especially China.
China.
China, that society can be isolative.
Okay,
Kasi
okay.
doon learn.
Uh-huh.
Ang ano diyan kasi is learn.
Lahat ng
Never stop learning.
yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, well, great story. So now what kamusta ngayon? How are you doing now during the pandemic and I guess
Family time.
yeah, family time talaga, you know. In church mo,
Online
meron
church.
bang online na church?
Online. Everybody's ayun nga, well, the Lord will always have His way.
Dito,
ayun lang masasabi ko
so since you got back, saan ka tumutugtog? Do you have any regular gigs or, well, I mean,
Well, of course,
guess,
now it's pandemic, wala. Before
sorry
that,
for that.
kay, ano,
Pero, yeah, I mean, like before the
before,
pandemic.
before that, I was starting a regular gig kay Abby Bistro with Albert Nocom. Abot, if you're out there, or hello, thank you very much for that opportunity.
Uh-huh.
You've been, I mean, that the guy's been a very good friend. Sa
Great.
Friends Days pa yan sa St. Francis Square. It was my watering hole. After the club, I need to simmer down. Alcohol na naman.
Pero getting back here, at least yung music, or I mean, like medyo at home ka na lang ulit nung pagbalik mo, 'di ba? Parang ano ka?
Musically medyo I don't want no pun intended, or I don't want to offend anyone. It's just a matter of taste. During my journeys abroad, it gave me a chance to hear and experience a different kind of music from all over the world. When you say, di ba, in Singapore, hindi ko naintindihan ng salsa. And I ended up doing the top Latin night at Park 97 on a Lunes Latino. Kasi meron akong mentor, may nagturo talaga sa akin Colombiano. Although hindi ako sumasayaw ng salsa, diyan ko natutunan ang salsa, tango, neo-tango, vallenato, cumbia, all the different Latin music.
I don't even know the others. Sinabi mo parang what?
What? Diba? Parang what? So yeah, I mean even salsa. There's different kinds of salsa, or even Brazilian music. Ang alam lang natin samba, di ba? Pero daming klase. Remember lambada?
Yeah.
That's Brazilian music. That's Brazilian. So may mga tugtog na parang hindi ko patutugtugin yan. Ayoko yan. Lambada yun. Patuin yan. Pero doon I learned how to respect the culture. I learned how to respect their music. I learned to absorb their music and enjoy the music and share that enjoyment with them. So yung musical know-how mo lumalawak. And when I did this lounge, the Royal Meridian Lounge, I got into lounge music. And ang daming klaseng lounge music. And lounge music is not a genre in itself. Lounge music is how you put music, how you will use the music to create an environment.
Gotcha.
Na very subtle, very somber. Iba yung kumbaga, you can actually use club music, pero in a very relaxing way. That's the mixes, di ba? So yun,
Totoo.
lounge pa lang, ang dami na. Talaga, it opened up a lot of it opened my world to a lot of music.
Baka mas meron pang opportunities in the future for that, given your exposure, diba?
Yeah. Di ba, yung
Okay.
mga reggaeton, mga reggaeton, hindi naman natin alam dito yan. Alam natin, gasolina, di ba? Baduy na baduy. Pero wag mo patugtugin mo ang gasolina sa harap ng Latino, maniwala ka. Mag-iirap yan, parang daig pa ng bulkan taal.
Parang ano ngayon, anong ba yung bagong kanta na Hispanic na?
Despacito.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
pero ano yan?
I took the liberty of looking around your Facebook and for pictures na magiging curious ako. Hey, tell us about this one. Ano tong magazine na to? You were featured?
Yung write-up.
So, where was this? Anong write-up to?
Write-up yan in one of Shanghai's foreign magazine. Time Out. Time Out Shanghai. So, kasi nga, yung sa Advocado Night, yung aming 80s night, medyo sumikat. So, they were kind of intrigued. My gosh, para sinabi, you're the only guys doing this in Shanghai.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, yun, ni-write up nila ako.
Meron pang isa yung ano. This is ode ko na lang sa'yo to kasi yeah, this is how I actually remember you in a lot of ways, you know, yung
Blue 085.
Nagvo-voiceover ka. Diba?
That's Blue 085, St. Scholastica, Manila.
Tama. About this one, can you tell us something about that one?
Okay. Yung mga Harley Quinn dyan, mag-react na.
Ito, Harley Quinn.
That's the Harley Quinn crew. Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Let's start from the top.
Yes. Eric Manikis, Ricky Bernardo, and of course, Boyet Season.
Nag-Harley Quinn din si Boyet. Okay. Hey, Boyet.
Ang dami kinuha sa akin ni Boyet. Yes, Eric.
And of course, ito parang one of those fun, very mobile days natin, di ba? Ito yung
love that photo.
Diba? Ito nasa ano to ayo we were actually sitting inside yung W box namin.
Yeah. That's how it was before. We knew how to party.
Oo, di ba?
That was crazy. Those were the big berthas. Those are the mga babae radials, no? Don't you just love the looks of those, man?
So those were dual 15s and dual 15s for the mid bass and the
bass and then the bi-radius for the mid man.
1991 pa to 1991.
Buti lang may crew tayo sa Burnscode. Kung wala sila ang pangalan nun si Ed at saka si
Eddie at saka si
anak ni Mang Mando.
Anak ni Mang Mando, si Eddie at saka si ay, nako. Pero, anyway. Well, Jigz, it was definitely a great time to catch up and makipagkwentuhan sa'yo. By the way, do you have anything to say for, any of our new, younger guys out there na nakikinig sa atin? Do you have anything? Rodel. Tama. Rodel. Tama ka. Yeah, do you have anything to say before we exit
okay.
our crowd?
Words of wisdom. You 5 tracks na lang. Ganun yan. Words of wisdom. Talent. Remember those MTV equations? Let's do an MTV equation. Alam mong old school no? Talent plus bad attitude equals 0.
That's it. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jigz. Thank you everyone for hanging around. Yeah, I mean, fun time. Thank you. Thank you for those who've stayed and listened. I hope you appreciated the stories and marami pa tayong stories. Mobile Mondays is there. Not only, although nag-umpisa to for only mobiles, but it's gonna go in different directions because I really intend to bring the stories out and forward, and marami tayong matututunan dito.
Mhm.
I'd like to thank you. This show was brought to you by the Music Source. If you need solutions and gear, check out the Music Source. And I'd like to thank my guest, Mr. Jigz Gomez,
Thank
and
you, Mario.
I'd like to thank everyone who has stayed with us. Do stay tuned next week when again we have a special guest for. Parang lahat na lang special guest eh.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
All right. But anyway, thank you very much, everyone. And I'd like to end the show how we ended our high school dances before. Thank you, good night, and God
And God
bless.
bless.
We are Jigs and us, Jigs and I, we are out of here. Thank you, guys. Thank you.